Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Luann is still off today, but I am here on Wellness Wednesday to wish you a great day, Sault Ste. Marie. Just a reminder that this show is brought to you every day by KC Security. Thanks so much to KC Security for keeping us safe. And also just keep in mind, if you're looking for extra protection these crazy days and you want your establishment or anything else looked after, feel free to contact KC Security. They're there for you. Also on today's show, even though Searchmont has announced that they're closed for the season, we went out to Searchmont a couple weeks ago and we filmed a couple of segments with the Canadian Ski Patrol. Just because Searchmont's closing down doesn't mean they're not going to keep busy in the community. They are everywhere, 12 months out of the year. So enjoy this segment with the Canadian Ski Patrol, and also stay tuned after the half-hour version of Mornings with Luann and Tim. We've got great news for you coming up, great coverage, all you want to know about COVID-19 being in Algoma, all the most recent information. So stay with us on Mornings with Luann and Tim. We'll be right back with the Canadian Ski Patrol out at Searchmont right after this.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Can I help you?
Hi, Jeff. Yes.
I can help you?
You can help me.
What's your name?
My name is Tim.
Tim? Can you tell me what happened?
Yes, I was coming through that area there, Jeff, and I just lost a little bit of control, and I wiped out, but I feel like my left ankle is injured. I was trying to move my leg, and it definitely hurts.
Okay, so I see you're moving your head pretty good. Means your neck is okay. You're not feeling dizzy. You didn't hit your head.
I didn't bump my head, no. Everything feels fine.
Take a deep breath, okay.
It's just the ankle really is all.
The ankle hurts. Okay, we'll
it's
get
twisted,
to that.
Yeah,
okay. Do you want to sit up or do you want to lie down? Easier to lie down.
I think I'd like to lie down.
Okay.
Maybe because you help me get my pole off my wrist, Jeff.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Thank you. I like how you made that little X so nobody hits us. That's clever. That's one of the things you have to do when you first arrive is like assess everything?
Yes, I always check the scene, make sure that I know how many people are involved, what might be the injury. It looks like it might be a leg injury.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure there's nothing else more serious, so you're not feeling dizzy.
Okay. No, I'm not feeling dizzy, no.
Okay. Take a deep breath for me. Okay. Good. And you say that it's there's no pain in your hips. You didn't hit your hips.
No pain in my hips.
Down your legs.
So that's all good.
Which leg is it?
It's my left ankle, Jeff, and it's still feeling a little twisted. I was afraid to move it in case it was broken or something.
Alrighty. I'm going to call for some assistance.
Oh,
okay?
Really?
Yeah. So stand by.
He's calling for assistance.
Jeff to Ski Patrol. Could I have assistance at the Val d'Isère cutoff on Champs, just past the caution sign? Over.
I'm on my way.
Thank you.
So how do they get here?
She's going to ski down. I have another patroller out on the hill.
Oh, okay.
And she's going to ski down. In the meantime, what I'd like to do is take your skis off.
Oh, that would be great because it's kind of uncomfortable.
Okay. So,
Can I help at all?
well, you can give me this.
Sure.
Okay. And we'll put that there.
Ooh.
Okay, that hurts, right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to move it anywhere.
Oh, she was quick.
So Laurel Ann is here.
Hi, Laurel Ann.
Laurel Ann's going to help me. She's also going to be, as you can see, she's marking off the scene.
Oh, how many of you are there on the hill at any given time? You people from the Canadian
Today
Ski
there's
Patrol.
4 of us on the hill. It's different from day to day.
Oh, okay.
On the weekends we have anywhere from 6 to 10
Wow.
because it's a busy time on the weekends.
Okay, and you all talk by radio. How did you even know I was here?
I happened to see you fall.
You saw
I
me
was
go.
skiing and I saw you take a fall. But sometimes people will radio to the staff, maybe the lift
I wondered whether
attendants.
somebody on a lift saw me, and what do they do if somebody sees somebody wipe out on a hill or have a tumble? Where do they go to report that kind of stuff?
Any of the staff can get hold of us. Usually what they do, if it's another skier, they go to the lift attendant and they have radios and they radio to us.
Okay, that's great. So everybody who works here basically has contact with safety.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, a big commitment. It's a good partnership with Searchmont.
Excellent. Okay, so what happens now to me?
So we have, Laurel Ann, we have a sore ankle here. But if you could take that ski off, that would be great.
Laurel Ann, how long have you been volunteering with the Canadian Ski Patrol?
This is my first year.
Oh, welcome. I'm glad you're here to help me.
Yep.
So who would have trained Laurel Ann? Would you have done that or somebody else?
I was part of the training. I'm one of the instructors, but our head instructor happens to be here today as well.
Oh, I hope I get to meet her when I go. Where do I go next? Do you guys take me somewhere?
Well, we'll find out in a moment because first of all, I want to know, can you wiggle your toes?
Yes, I
On the
can.
injured side, yeah?
Yes, I can.
And there's no pain anywhere else?
No.
But do you think you can push with your foot on my hand? And that hurts,
That
right?
hurts, yeah.
So do you think you'd want to put any weight on that, or have you...
I just tried to move it, and I was afraid I was gonna, if it was broken, I was afraid I might crack it worse or something. I didn't know what to do.
So what we would like to do
want me to
then
try?
is we're going to get you down to the clinic.
Oh.
We're not going to take a chance. And
There's a
then
clinic?
When we get to the first aid clinic, we will take your boot off and examine the ankle.
How do I get down there?
Well, we're going to call for assistance. So let me just do that.
This is amazing.
Jeff, to Ski Patrol, could I have a toboggan brought down to the Val d'Isère cutoff on Champs, just past the caution sign? Over.
Nancy to Jeff, confirm toboggan on its way to the bottom of Champs, just past the caution sign.
Nancy, is
Copy that.
that's Nancy's the lady who the head person? What's her title?
Nancy is our chief instructor, and she'll be here momentarily. She can tell you more about what she does.
Okay, very cool. Thanks, guys. We'll wait for Nancy then. Wow.
Stay in the bars, or do you want me to get out and help? You can stay there. I think we'll be able to. Okay, so now what we're going to do, Tim, is we're going to open up the cover here.
Yes.
We're going to place you in the toboggan, and down we will go.
Nancy takes me down the hill.
Nancy will take you down.
Hi. Thanks, Nancy. All right. These guys are amazing. They make me feel so safe and comfortable.
This we don't need because your leg is...
Would that be a splint in case my leg was actually broken or something? Like
would
for
be a
sure broke? Wow, okay. Which way does my head go? Which end? Towards Nancy?
Towards Nancy, yeah.
Okay, so would you like me to pivot around or do you guys move me?
Bag is a pillow for him?
This one?
Yeah.
I got a pillow.
Okay.
Okay. Should I swing myself around now?
Well, hang on.
Okay,
Remember, we have an injury here.
Yes, we do have an injury.
You're not able to do this. So I'm going to ask Laurel Ann to stabilize your leg, and I will help you swing around here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing's moving in my ankle.
Get around. Now snuggle in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to put this microphone down.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice and comfortable.
How's your leg feeling?
What's that?
How's your leg feeling?
It's sore. It's throbbing.
Okay.
Wow. I kind of feel like King Tut. King Tut.
Jeff to patrol, is there anybody at the clinic? Over.
Pat and Jeff, I'm at the clinic right now.
Okay, Pat, we have a gentleman incoming on the toboggan. Could you have the gurney ready, please?
Copy that.
Man, I got a gurney too.
Okay, so Tim, what's going to happen now is Nancy's going to take you down. Nancy's going to take you down to the clinic.
Yeah.
And then we're going to bring you in, but all you have to do is just stay right where you are.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to strap you in. Here you go, Carl. It's all about teamwork with this.
I'm gonna feel silly if it's nothing serious.
The fact that you can't not put weight on it is serious for us, so we don't want to make it. We want to make sure we get you in a place where we can check it out.
So I shouldn't downplay an injury on the ski hill. Should I? Don't try to be brave. Is that kind of a philosophy you should follow?
Yeah. If you're injured, you're injured, and we want to know about it. So we
Don't
can
be embarrassed or ashamed.
never be embarrassed, right?
Even if this ends up just being like maybe a twisted ankle or something, I shouldn't be embarrassed about putting you to all this trouble.
It's not trouble. This is what we're trained to do. This is what we do.
Okay.
Okay, this is the Canadian Ski Patrol in action.
Okay, now what happens, Jeff? We've arrived at our destination.
We're going to sit you up.
No
and then
problem.
I'm going to ask you to pivot this way. Laurel Ann's going to stabilize your...
Thank you, Laurel Ann. Yes. Okay. Yes.
And then Pat's going to grab the other side.
Oh, hi, Pat.
And we're going to stand you up on your strong leg.
Yes.
And turn you around to the gurney.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, and now
We're going to turn around
this way and
way,
sit.
and sit up further closer to the pillow. Yep.
Okay.
Swing your strong leg up
Laurel Ann, you're doing a great job of keeping stabilized. I don't feel a thing down there.
here.
Yeah, I gotta use your help there, Jeff. Okay. All right. So now I go into the clinic, is that correct?
And we are going to take you into the clinic for a closer examination.
And we'll be back with more of Canadian Ski Patrol in action at Searchmont on Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim in the second half of our show. Stay tuned. Wasn't it lucky that I had that microphone on the ski hill with me? That was so fortunate, and that I had a cameraman too. Listen, honestly, as you can see, the Canadian Ski Patrol does amazing work. They made me feel so, I mean, if I had really been in a crisis, well, wait a minute, I shouldn't blow the surprise yet. I was in a crisis, and they were very helpful. But I wanted to mention this, okay? I learned this from Jeff, my buddy Jeff Arbus there. He goes out the ski hill doesn't open until I think 9:30, they said. He goes out at 8 o'clock in the morning. They have to be on the hill at 8 o'clock. They do an hour and a half on the hill, checking the runs, like doing all this stuff, checking for fallen trees, any impediments, kind of stuff. Like it's wonderful out there what they do to keep us safe. And if you are a skier and you're interested in joining the ski patrol and volunteering, guess what? When he's working out there volunteering, he gets to ski on the hill all day long at no cost. So if you're someone who is an avid skier and you're over 19 and you want to volunteer, or over 18, get a hold of Canadian Ski Patrol and you can ski at Searchmont and then be there to help people like me who wipe out on the hill with a microphone and a cameraman. Stay tuned for the second part of our interview out at Searchmont with the Canadian Ski Patrol right after this.
Welcome back to part 2 of Canadian Ski Patrol in Action. I'm about to get brought into the actual clinic room. They have like 2 clinic rooms here. It's like being in a little hospital in Searchmont. Look at this. Very cool.
Yeah, we've ruled out any other injury, but we're going to do more checking.
Okay.
But right now, we're going to want to take a closer look at the injured ankle.
All right.
Okay.
I'm a little scared only because putting ski boots on is hard enough. I know what it's like to try to take them off. How are you going to get that off and not injure it more?
We're going to show you by taking off your right boot first because it's not injured, and then you'll have an idea how we do it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All righty.
Now, while we do this, why don't we take off your helmet?
Oh, that'd be really nice. Can I
So-
take off my gloves too?
Yes.
Get a little more comfortable.
Undo your jacket. And then,
Can you help me? Oh,
Yeah.
it's there. Oh,
go.
thank you.
Okay.
Here's my gloves. If I can hand those to you. My Searchmont ski pass.
Okay.
All right.
You sitting up okay?
Yes, I'm very comfortable other than the
Now, what we're
sore
gonna do is
ankle.
we're going to stabilize your leg. And Pat, you do the count.
Okay, 1, ready?
Yep.
2, 3.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you saw how we held your
Yes,
ankle?
everything. You held everything stable,
Okay.
so nothing moved.
Now you're injured.
So what kind of pain do you have here?
It's a throbbing pain.
throbbing, yeah.
Um,
Is it spreading up your leg at all, or
no,
just
it's staying right in the ankle area.
in the ankle? Okay,
Is that a good sign?
that's very good.
Okay. Okay.
Count it off
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
and go.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Deep breath and lower. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay. So now that we're in that, we're going to make sure there's no other injuries, right? We're going to make sure that we can get you out of here and back on the hill as quickly as possible.
Wow, that'd be cool if I could ski again. Okay, now I get to meet Nancy, who's like the head cheese around here. Hi, Nancy. So,
Jim.
how are you?
I'm fine. You?
How did you manage to bring me down that hill and not get run over by that sled? I was all wrapped up, so I couldn't see. All I knew was you were ahead of me, and we were going down a hill. You didn't get run over. How'd that happen?
Because there's a break right underneath your shoulders on the toboggan.
Oh.
It's a chain that breaks. Also, my skiing ability breaks as well as we come down.
Now, speaking of your ability, how long have you been, first of all, skiing, and what got you involved with the Canadian Ski Patrol in the first place?
I've been skiing since I was about 3 years old.
No kidding?
So a long, long time,
Wow.
yeah. So I was racing out at Landslide
Okay.
many, many years ago. When I was finished with the racing program, needed something to do to give back to the skiing community. So I joined the Canadian Ski Patrol in 1978.
78? Oh my gosh, Nancy. What's the history of the Canadian Ski Patrol like around here? How long has it been around this area?
Well, it started at the Toronto Ski Club with Dr. Douglas Firth in 1941.
No kidding.
And then it grew from there.
Wow. Now, in our area, it's called a zone. Is that right, Nancy?
Yes, Sault Ste. Marie Zone.
Okay. So you have been involved with the Sault Ste. Marie zone since 78?
No, I joined here as a high school student, and then I went to university and had my teaching career somewhere else. But
I
now
get
I've
that.
come back home, so I've been traveling around to a few different zones in my ski patrol life.
All right. And so you obviously have to have, it's like a train the trainer thing, right? I mean, you've been through the training process and you've learned how to train the other volunteers in what you do here at the Hill and elsewhere, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we have a national instructor certification program that we follow, so it's standard right across the country.
Okay, so obviously you spent a lot of time training, but for someone like Jeff, for instance, how long would Jeff have to go through training to qualify him to do what he did on the hill with me today?
Just the first aid part?
Yeah, the
He-
rescuing and finding me on the hill and like knowing how to do all this removing boot stuff and everything. How long would a guy like Jeff have to work to train that way?
Yeah, so the first year you join, you take our advanced first aid course, which is 60 hours minimum. Some of it is online, most of it is hands-on in the classroom. And then once you're done with your advanced first aid course, you get out to the hill or the Nordic Center if you're a Nordic skier, and you do your on-snow certification there. So your ski ability, incident scene management, toboggans that are loaded, toboggans that are empty, taking the toboggan back up the hill on the chairlift.
There's so
all
much
that
to
stuff.
learn.
There's a lot to learn. A lot.
How and at what age can you volunteer to become part of the Canadian Ski Patrol?
I believe it's 19.
You probably have to, because
But
you have to
I
get probably
don't
insurance.
check that.
Do you guys cover by insurance and stuff? Then when you become a member and you go through the training, yeah?
Yes, we have a national insurance that covers us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this, Jeff?
I'm in about my ninth year, I think, now. I had to take a break for a couple of years, but I've 3 years back since my break, and love it.
You love it.
great.
Well, obviously. And the other thing I was going to mention was you're not just at this hill. You mentioned also the alpine, not the trails. What do you call those?
Nordic.
The Nordic trails.
Yes, we were at Hiawatha Highlands as well for the Nordic Trails,
Yeah.
where there is fat bike cycling, snowshoeing, and Nordic skiing. And we also cover many events that are not on the snow.
That's right. I mean, I've seen you guys in the summertime at events like.
Rotary Fest is
Yes.
one. Rendezvous at Ermatinger is another.
And then, of course, you work at the GFL as well, doing safety there, right?
Any event at the GFL, it could be a concert, or it could be a hockey game, or it could be a monster truck,
So the
whatever. they
name
have.
Canadian Ski Patrol kind of doesn't really do you justice for all the work that you do.
Yeah, it's not only on the hill anymore.
Very cool.
Yeah, it started that way.
So what's next for me now, Jeff? I'm here, and you want
I'm
to.
going to see if,
Thanks, Nancy.
if Laurel Ann will come back in.
Laurel Ann, come and look at my ankle.
I'm very happy to see that you have worn Ski Patrol colored socks for the event today, Tim. Very, very happy to see you sporting our red, white, and black.
Nancy pointed out something to me that I'm wearing blue jeans, and that's probably not a great idea. If I had to, I mean, I was down on the hill sitting on that snow. Wearing nicer pants that are waterproof would have been a better idea. So that's one thing that I've learned a lesson about today is my proper attire.
That's important for safety. Very important for safety that you have the right clothing for the temperature and other snow conditions, or if it starts to rain even.
Also, I got to say, the staff here at Searchmont, when you rent stuff, they are so great. They know how to measure you, and they get all the equipment just right. They know what they're doing. Okay. So now, Laurel Ann, what happens? What?
So we are going to check your ankle. I've put on gloves just in case there might be bleeding. I don't know.
Oh, I hope it's not.
Because I haven't checked yet, but everything looks okay.
Yeah.
Pain right there.
Well, and you know what? It's just a throbbing now. It's not as bad. Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You're kind of tense there. We'll get you to relax a little bit.
Okay, there. Yeah, I was worried.
And I don't think we'll ice it. I think when you get home today, put some ice on it. I'm going to get one more piece of equipment.
So, Laurel Ann, do you ever recommend for people that they perhaps go for a follow-up, or sometimes do you actually have to call an ambulance or anything for people?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
For sure.
If it's a definite break or something like that, or?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And if they're by themselves, right, skiing by themselves and they can't make it back, so
Truly.
the best way is to call the paramedics.
Okay, so sometimes you actually have to call for someone, and people will have to go into town and have further assessments done at a hospital. At the hospital.
Yes, we are first aid only.
Okay.
First response, and if we need paramedics or we need to have somebody driven to the hospital, we make that recommendation.
Do you have little things here, like if I needed to get to my car, would you have a crutch for me and stuff to lend me to help me out?
Yep. Or we help you, or
do.
things like that, yeah. But with this ankle, I don't think I'd be wanting you to drive today. I think I'd want your friend to drive.
Okay, Alex, you're driving me home.
So
Yes.
when you get home,
Yes.
you might want to get a bag of ice.
Yes.
Even better, fill a plastic bag with snow, and it'll mold to your foot. And about 15 minutes on the sore spot, and then take it off for 15 minutes. And then just relax.
And that'll. What about? Should I take any kind of an aspirin or something if there's pain or?
Well, you would want to talk to your doctor or make your own decision about that. We don't.
You don't
give
talk about medications.
Right.
See.
Right.
See, they.
But I will
smart.
ask you
Yeah.
if you are on any medications.
Uh-huh.
And I would ask you when your last meal was. I would ask you if you've gone to the bathroom. Depending on the injury, that might.
You want some more background on me
I
a little
want
bit.
Some more background. Yeah. If have you ever injured this ankle before?
See, these are all great questions. These are things you learn in training, right, Laurel Ann? Wow.
That's
Laurel Ann, I said that right, didn't I?
You did.
Okay, you see, it isn't a head injury.
That's right. So what we're going to do is
Yes.
put a little bandage on to stabilize.
tensor kind of?
Yeah, but we're going to use our blanket.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to see how we do that.
Okay.
So. this out. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's a kerchief. It's a babushka. What? Oh my goodness. Look at how. Oh, that feels so nice. Oh, that feels so good.
Nice and tight.
Yes.
Not too tight though.
No, it just feels like it's stable again, like it's not going to move. It's cushy.
Okay. Can you feel that when
I feel all my toes.
Can you wiggle them? Okay.
Yes, I can. Look at there we go.
So now you're stable and ready for the ride home.
Alex, take me home and ice me, baby. Thanks for joining us here at Searchmont. This has been an amazing experience being treated by the Canadian Ski Patrol team. And if you have any questions, if you are interested in becoming a member of the Ski Patrol team, what's the best way to reach you guys?
Best way to reach us would be on Facebook.
Yeah.
Canadian Ski Patrol Sioux Zone. Or Sault Ste. Marie Zone.
Okay.
Or you can also go to the main Canadian Ski Patrol website.
Yeah.
Or if you want, if you forget all that, call Searchmont and they'll put you in touch with us.
Excellent. Hey, thanks for the great treatment today. And by the way, did we trick you? I'm actually totally fine. However, I feel like if this had really been an injury, I would have been in great hands with this amazing team. Thanks for a great experience, guys.
Thanks for coming up here.
We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this.
What's life without making a few mistakes down the road? A few sharp turns. And doing things for what we adore, but might regret later. A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
Thanks so much for joining us on Mornings with Luann and Tim, and thanks again to KC Security for sponsoring the show. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's cross our fingers and hope that Luann returns as well. In the meantime, stay safe out there. Keep your social distance. Your sleeve, and don't go out unless you absolutely need to. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow on Mornings with Luann and Tim here on ONNtv. The news is next.